Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. Welcome to week 4 of the blog posts at Today You Can. I hope you guys enjoy it and find it informative. I also wanted to let you guys know that I do have some pretty big things coming up tomorrow, which is May 20th, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Until then, I hope you guys enjoy the content, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. In week 4, we talked about being successful by utilizing highly effective habits you need to know. Those included habit 1, be proactive, and habit 2, begin with the end in mind. Everyone's definition of being successful is different. At the very least, I think we can all agree that not drinking or taking any drugs can be viewed as a success for us today. It is my firm belief that we will not be able to be completely successful while in active addiction. With that being said, I'm sure that there are other things that you believe might make you a success. To help you achieve these things, I thought I might share some of the valuable insight I obtained when I read the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. To begin the book, Covey explains that to change our behavior, we need to make a change in our perceptions. To gain a better grasp of this concept, he ended up studying over 200 years of literature based on the idea of how people attain success over the years. What he found was that earlier in history, people's success was based on what he calls character ethic. Character ethic is founded on characteristics like integrity, humility, simplicity, fairness, modesty, love, courage, justice, and the golden rule. Beginning in the 1920s, however, Covey found that people started to base success on what he calls personality ethic. Personality ethic is founded on characteristics like personality, image, attitude, and behavior. Covey explains that people who operate under the personality ethic are looking for quick fixes and short-term solutions. He goes on to explain that this is not the solution to success, and that to be successful, individuals need to be willing to undergo paradigm shifts. By doing this, they will be making fundamental changes, not just surface level modifications obtained from quick fixes. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary provides us with the following definition of the word proactive: acting in anticipation of future problems, needs, or changes. This is the definition provided for the antonym of proactive, which is reactive, occurring as a result of stress or emotional upset. In habit 1, Covey encourages us to be proactive rather than reactive. Reactive people react to things that happen to them. Proactive people plan for and are more ready for things when they happen. Proactive people choose how they are going to respond to a situation rather than automatically reacting to situations as they occur. Covey also explains that in order to be proactive, we need to focus on the things in our circle of influence rather than our circle of concern. Put more simply, we should focus on the things that we can control rather than the things we cannot control. As we are proactive and focus on the things we can control, our circle of influence expands, and we tend to exert positivity. Being reactive, however, causes our circle of influence to shrink as we exert negative energy by focusing on and blaming external factors for the things we ultimately cannot control. We can all incorporate proactivity into our recovery. By doing this, we will be more able to handle adverse situations when they arise and increase our chances of remaining sober. I have been proactive in my recovery in several ways. I have been proactive by avoiding people and places that involve drinking. If I have to go somewhere, I know there will be alcohol. I create a plan I can fall back on if I begin to feel uncomfortable or feel triggered. I know I'm not going to change other people's habits of drinking or using other drugs. By focusing on them, I would become irritated and probably irritate them. I have no control over them, so I try to focus on the things I have control over, which include myself, my ability to say no, and remove myself from situations in which I feel uncomfortable. The next habit Covey introduces us to involves beginning with the end in mind. By beginning with the end in mind, we are able to focus more clearly on the things that actually matter to us. If we don't consider what we want to achieve in the long run, we can very easily get lost in our everyday life. If we remain focused on our end goal, we can more easily stay aware and continue to move in the right direction. This might be a good time for you to consider some of your goals in life. In order to help you do that, I would ask you to consider what your values are. Covey explains that by reminding yourself of your values, you will better be able to remain focused on your goals. He also explains that no matter what our values are, our central focus or our centers are what will drive us fundamentally and determine how we act every day. He goes on to suggest that our centers should be principle focused. Our principles, unlike other things that often become our central focus, are unchanging and will give us guidance in making the right decisions in everyday life. Beginning with the end in mind is extremely important in our recovery process as well. Throughout our journey, there will doubtless be times when we want to drink or use, but by focusing on our principles and end goals, we will be better able to overcome those cravings, triggers, and urges.